International. That in and of itself is something I didn't know I would ever have to say. Pressured around Temple, and JL finds one through smoke. We've got Ime posted up. That A main play, however, comes through, and it's the Buzz and Borup split that's going to give an Astralis bomb plant over on the site.
Okay, that not a bad round here for Astralis. Retake, well, a semblance of it here, starting to take form, but I don't know if they have enough resources to get this going. No smoke in play right now. Yeah, no kid as well.
Nade goes out, finds Stair, solid impact. And a bit more pressure on the site itself. Stair gets cleared out by Alexi. There we go. Something to work with. But Simple's gushed, and that's not ideal. We've got 5 seconds on the 10-second stick. Already
they're
down.
not peeking him.
Peeking him at all. Alexi B with a 10-second defuse. Oh, get wrecked.
That's a good place to start. They had no kit. They had no smoke. And they had a 3v4 retake.
All right.
And no one peeked the guy who was defusing.
Okay, we've got our answer. Great roster move. It's all solidified, just like that. The biggest brain in the server sticks the bomb while nobody's looking.
This is his only option. You know, he had to trust his teammates to cover, but they didn't peek from long at the same time. Cover was great. He's a genius.
Sick defuse positioning as well. A nice third-person perspective on that one, dude. I've never seen those defuse cables look so long.
Yeah.
Man pulled out.
If you stretched them out, they would wrap around the earth twice.
Yeah. Extension cords in full effect. So, all right. An electric start for Navi. I can't believe that when we had Stair on screen before this, you know, the Blast brought up the fact that he is the second youngest player at this event, barring Monacy. He is 18 years old. The fact that Stair is 2 years younger than even Buzz, that took me an extra second to process today.
Yeah, and because he's already had so much experience, actually, just working his way through Tier 2 for a long time, and no Academy League presence, and so it just sort of felt like, oh, this is probably like a 22-year-old player.
Yep,
you know,
that's what I would have bet.
Out already. So very impressive resume at such a young age.
And a long-awaited Astralis debut as far as he's concerned.
I'll say, very hard to say what maps matter right now because these two teams are just learning about themselves and each other. But if anything, I would say this is kind of nice for Navi. For the players that are coming on, JL, Ime, excuse me, we're going with Ime, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Ime told us that you pronounce it Ime. And I think before he told you Imma.
Yep.
So should we listen to him again?
I think we should.
Okay.
I think we should. He sat down on a podcast, you know, put on his good shirt and corrected course.
Gotcha.
So I feel like...
And Shui's now Shui. He told me Shuhei.
Yes, he did. Once upon a time.
Now he's going for Shui.
You know, Flame Z once said Flame Z, not Flames, but then he also said, no, it's Flames, and then he backtracked. You know, there's a lot of back and forth out there.
Can't be a good CS player unless you're a snake, huh?
It's always been simple, though.
It's true. That's why we like him the most. All right. So, but yeah, for the two players that came in JL and Ime, they, like, during the Paris Major, like, Ancient is where they had some of their biggest wins. They were clearly very, very good at the map. And actually, what's interesting is that, JL eliminated Alexi on Ancient, right? And that's sort of why they both were teamless for a second. Why JL got the call to Navi, and why Alexi got a chance to play for another team, because he got cut from NIP after that tough loss. Which maybe wouldn't happen, right, if it wasn't for the Ancient game versus Apex.
If only Ninjas could have been top 8.
Then what?
Then maybe we wouldn't be looking at JL.
We'd have a boring off season.
Seeing JL and Ime in the hotel lobby the other day, I said, extended that branch. I said, it's really cool to see you guys again, because you never know when it's going to be like the one-off event. I have not cast Apex outside of the Paris Major, and so all of those individuals, I don't know when I get to watch them play.
Yeah.
But for having both of them here, it's just cool that that's success. It just goes to show you one great tournament can change your life and your trajectory as a pro player. And the fact that they are the two stars that turned Navi international. Wild scenes. But we've got a slow work here through Cave, looking to play off That AK spam, nothing really done yet, and suddenly this goes through Donut. So it's the A hit coming through pretty quickly. Ime is going to hear all the footsteps. He's on high alert with the FAMAS. They're going to line up in front of him. Double kill for him and for Simple. And it is BlameF's Desert Eagle to keep this one going. Just enough time for the bomb plant because the A main player is so pushed. Bit sprints in. Blame comes off the plant.
Ooh.
No money. And no further chance as it is Navi to convert 3-0.
Almost in jeopardy of dying after time, but doesn't happen. Clean scenes here for Navi. Ime looked very good on the FAMAS spray as they were exiting through Donut, and I wasn't getting a lot of confidence out of Alexi in the interview. I think he was just kind of being honest about how much they've had to work on. But he said everybody individually was feeling very good. And so because he wasn't really sugarcoating the rest of it, I sort of believe that part. And we can see that is the case. Now, yeah, there have been many players in history to have great deep runs at big events that we never hear from again. So it's hard to get excited about every single one that happens, but got to take him case by case. And when we saw Ime play at the Paris Major, he was, honestly fantastic.
Smoke held onto here for Borup as they do pop out A main. Flash is good. Stare catching, Bit looking. Upgrading into the AK himself. Also picked up a smoke grenade. That'll help him contain mid-control. Lets him turn attention back, and Simple nearly dove that bomb fast enough to stop it. Stare's going to win the duel. Remember, the one gun picked up. And suddenly we've got a tough spot for Navi. They've got util to put on top of the bomb. No problem there, but still no kit on this round. No kit. Another 10-second defuse needed. If these Ts don't come peeking at the bomb site, we've got problems here for Navi. Alexi catches Stare. He gets back on top of it. Ime's going to need to cover. Kills Device easily. Spam off of the mark. Alexi down to the 3-second mark. He's going for it again. And those shots aren't going to connect. A second 10-second defuse.
10 seconds.
Coming through from Alexi.
In 4 rounds.
Why not?
You can't compete with... They found another smoke, I think, when they were executing. I thought JL actually fluffed it by smoking on top of the bomb instead of smoking inside Donut because they couldn't defuse that safely. But here comes Alexi, saves the day, and they make sure to cover the other choke points as well. So the bomb plants are nice to get the money a little bit higher here for Astralis. 10 seconds of excitement boiling up.
B. But Astralis just let them burn off the util. Now they'll get some control back themselves.
I just realized both these teams are probably going to play like Navi now.
And is that a good thing?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Device.
Ooh, Flash is a bit earlier than JL's peak.
A micro mistiming. It's going to throw Simple into the middle of the site. Alexi still has a frag to work with as he sits back lane, and Simple close smoke. Multiple bodies on the other side of that one. 30 seconds, though. It's going to be Astralis down to the wire. They've got everything they need. They've scoured middle, seen that it's clear. No flank. Fast means everyone focusing forward. And a frag grenade from Alexi does find its mark. Softens up too. Simple finishes the bomb carrier. That'll slow things down for the moment. But that close rotating Bit going down pushes all this onto Alexi. Can't find it. Bomb is planted. And a fallback off of the site from one, leaving Device playing on the pillar. And that support in Ime, as said, already so low. It's a little rush attempt from Alexi, but this one's done, and it's Astralis with their first.
Yeah, there might have been a chance there if Alexi kept walking to take out Device in that situation, but just to replay it, I misspoke. It was JL peeking a bit before the flash. And I think, or maybe the flash didn't go deep enough. I did see Device look like an after image flash from his perspective, but not exactly sure. But I think that's where they find the opening to take B. So we should probably go back and check that moment out again. Either way, you mentioned Device, and he shows up and he wins a round here for Astralis.
Close timing, but that matters.
Yeah, so the flash pops, but Device isn't fully blind anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe 2 people did something wrong at the same time.
What? Is that possible?
You can't point fingers either one.
You saying that it's not always about blaming one individual and that 2 humans can make simultaneous mistakes and then reflect on those mistakes, accept the common ground that they are both at fault, and then grow as people? Is that what you're saying?
You're right. I must be crazy.
That seems insane.
It's JL's fault.
You know, we've got to pick someone. That's why Blade takes a timeout. We got to get to the bottom of this.
Would say 70% of the time it's slower defaults, and Navi already were akin to that style, which is something that I actually could understand for why they might want to try him. Alexi is a micromanager. He plays a lot of slow defaults. That's very Navi-esque.
Ooh, Ime gets Borup and a second. Blame tries to go running in, but, I mean, sectioned off duels. Ime knows his time is limited. He'll fight all the way to death. Stare burns him out. But that's still Stare down to 40. Device now scouring into Donut. Clips bits.
And that's like an A-split opened up totally.
It is bomb spotted at the same time, so CT is aware of that. Alexi gets
outside.
aggressive over towards lane, but him versus Stare, and a 2 versus 2 towards site. Oh, big pickup from him.
That was a bad peek from Stare.
Device and Buzz gonna hold off, and another lost duel pushes Device into the clutch. Op shots coming out of CT spawn, knows about the Temple player and Alexi B. He's got the whole picture put in front of him. It's just about pushing the buttons in that perfect golden sequence. And with one down already, he gets that close push. Simple playing with him, but a no-scope connects, and Alexi closes that gap. This time, still no kit, and so no clutch.
Can't do 3 10-second diffuses in one half. Would you look at that? Nice try, Device. Great shot with the no-scope, and a second round on the board for Astralis. It's crazy how many of these moments are just very frag dependent. The 2K from Ime inside of window and Device's opener here on bit. Like every piece of action is just one person taking a 50-50 engagement, not shooting someone in the side. Not overstressing a position from 2 choke points, just mano-y-mano.
Ooh. Careful. Ooh, missed flick out of Simple. Fast pop. It's a commitment from Astralis here. Borup on the entry. Majority pistols, of course, here for Navi. So with the back lane control and the headshot through smoke on the op, this one's done. And that Device 1v3 ends up giving Astralis a 3rd round win already.
What are the odds that we as a collective consciousness overreact to the result of this game?
Very high. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm ready to lose my shit. Yeah, if Alexi beat
Who do
top
you want
frags
cut?
on this
just
new
like
roster...
pick 2 guys on each team. We can just put their names down now.
Okay, I'm taking Alexi because all the haters want him to fail. And,
You're saying you're just one more of them. Is that what you're saying?
no, I want to see him succeed.
Oh, what do you mean you're taking Alexi then?
Oh, as in like he's mine. Any of his success, I will reflect that success.
Oh, okay. I was asking for us to pick 2 players from each team to cut in case
to cut?
our team loses. Yeah.
Whoa.
You don't have to pick now.
I'll think about it. I mean, my biggest question mark around this Navi situation and the whole switch to English communication is going to be Bit. Bit somebody who his English is weak. We know that already. There was an interview. Navi did like a boot camp, YouTube vlog. Simple was asked, "Will you help Bit with English?" Simple answered, "Only God can help him with English." I don't know if he was talking about himself.
Yeah, dude. The long way to say yes.
Yeah, the question's out on the communication. And we know how long even a guy like Zaiwu was stunned by switching to a second language. And so time will tell. Time will tell. But that to me is the earliest warning sign as opening kills come through. It is Blame F and Device with 1 apiece, and a quick peek from Borup. Yeah, headshot onto Alexi. Takes damage, but so be it. The AK's best. And the FAMAS, no cleanup needed, as it's not an overcommitment from the T's.
And the CT's hoping it's just a complete fake. They're going to start to walk away from this.
This is that Blame F timing, right?
Yeah, they're going to play it. They're going to play it slow.
Blame says, "Hold on, guys. I haven't got my steps in." But nothing wrong with this. You play to win.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And it's going to tie the game all up.
There's nothing like morally wrong with playing slowly, but
yeah, no one's going to hell.
you can still be, you can still be mad. You can still be mad.
Yeah. For it's a play style that definitely ruffles some feathers, but nobody's.
I'm fine.
No, nobody's burning for eternity for playing like this. No matter how mad you get at them in your face at games, everybody gets away with it. Who did you have taking this matchup, out of curiosity?
Not a fucking clue, man. I have no idea. Like, I really don't. I think the odds were like 2.3, 1.5, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty close.
I guess that's fair. Like if Astralis were the more stable roster in terms of less moves and no like change of the IGL, I might actually say like, who knows?
That's a tough one. I think that, the signings for Astralis, to me, it's like the star potential here for NAVI is astounding. That's proven in Paris. I think I agree with the desk where like Borup was kind of like, oh, okay, fill in the blank, but it's working well here as he's caught out Simple through the side of the smoke. Everybody dead here in this. Astralis go for the fast mid control. They want to get their hooks around the B site quickly, and they've done so. Poor Ime has not really been given a chance to shine on these rotates to the site, and he's cut down by Blame F instantly. It's Blame F, the forward-facing Blame F. The deepest position of all here in this round.
Yeah, I think they are playing some spawn-based CS right now and taking advantage of their mid plays. So that's worked out pretty well to get them the 2 straight. Now the money, a little awkward for Navi. So, okay, they can play fast. And slowing down in the mid to late rounds, that makes sense while they're still trying to make sure they do everything correctly, right? I mean, if you've got the time on the clock, why not do it?
Straight through smoke, no problem. It's this donut player coming back and assuming things had been left safe, but, Bit took that risk when he went through the smoke the first time.
Yeah, the config spawn right there.
A lethal mistake. So Astralis with 5 in a row. Responding to Navi's 4. Guns back up. So far we got a game, but I like the fluidity of Astralis at the moment. Ooh, don't like that. It's straight up through the B ramp that they face JL, and his A4 sprays down 2 with ease. What's the recovery plan here for Astralis? Because of the nature of that B ramp push, you have no control elsewhere, so you have to follow through and hope that somebody's just going to give you the frags to equal this one out. And so far, that's the case. Device catches the second, gets himself the 3rd frag, stare onto 4, and they bring it back 1v1. But Ime, it is eyes on bomb versus an 18-year-old Stare. A near Paris MVP performance in a 1v1 with a minute on the clock. And questions as to where each have gotten off to.
Yeah, this will be a real test of Stare. I mean, it looks like they're still trying to talk about things, but the duel will take place. And Ime hits a headshot, but he doesn't have an AK. So that's a win for Stare. Nicely done, holding his nerve.
Ooh.
Not an easy guy to win duels versus.
Yeah, that's a good shrug of the shoulders. Shrug him off.
I mean, certainly doesn't come across as like an 18-year-old, in the sense of like his interviews look pretty calm and...
It's just the fact that I've been, in terms of just like major circuits and minors and just the last 2-3 years, I have definitely said Stare's name for longer than I have Buzz.
Yeah.
And that's coming from the Academy League as casters. That was being exposed to Buzz earlier than others, and even then I have a better understanding of Stare. So
was Buzz in the Academy League?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought so.
I thought it was just Alta. I didn't even realize that. I thought he just came from...
Maybe I'm just making stuff up.
The Pugs with Device, but... we did do a lot of seasons. Okay. Alexi, it's a little extra damage. There's still some pressure from the CT side, but I mean, Stare actually doesn't have to move. They can kind of pester him, but it's hard to approach, especially with that smoke fading in a few seconds. There he comes out to take the duel, stands his grounds.
It's a good thing you're here to keep me honest. Yeah, Buzz definitely never played for Astralis Talent.
Okay. Yeah, so the story is, I know it, is that he just buddies with Device, and they just cute a lot together. I watched some of their games on Face It, but I don't really know much about Buzz beyond that.
Tough pill to swallow for all the talent guys as Buzz pops onto the scene.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I was sort of like Altex supporter.
Well, then, you know what? This just confirms that's why I have spoken about him less. Because he wasn't even coming from the talent.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Imagine that.
It's cool, though. Like I've said it before, it's like, you know, it would be weird if Device is one of those players, like if he's going to vouch for you, we should all just like see, you know? Like
Sure.
if he's going to throw out a vouch.
Benefit
like,
of the doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nasty stare. It's going to work, too.
It's good stuff. It's a good-looking T-side right now. Astralis do like an Ancient.
Simple with the Degon Buzz, but that's 7 in a row coming through for the Danes.
Remember, this is Navi 4 rounds with 2 10-second stick diffuses.
If not for that, what would they have? Because he is a star. Let's see it, Simple. 7 and 9. JL giving another attempt to mow them down top ramp, but the spacing does not work to his benefit. His nade, though, does catch Stare. And Device will return the favor. Last time they picked up that 3v5 inside the bomb site, it was a double kill from Device. Borup peaks, and that's the end of him. Looking comfortable here for Navi. This looks like a very winnable retake, especially with Buzz cut out of the bomb site, but he at least burns JL with him, so it's 1 on the back lane, 2 stuck inside of Cave. BlameF the only one with health here to hold on, and that bomb at the halfway point, Alexi has a kit for the first time on this half, I swear. They jump out from the... Hold on. Simple clears the corner, and now Device, yeah, too low. There it is. Simple 2 kills in the retake. Navi have an answer.
Yeah, Simple dealt with that really well. You know, even if he messed up that peak where he threw the smoke first and BlameF got 1 kill, things could have got really hairy because, oh, that smoke wouldn't have blocked Device's vision. So good play from him, and there's a bunch of players trying to make moves in this post plant, and it's definitely true that if the CTs have too much utility, you cannot play from the ramp and from Cave. You have to push forward. So if you don't work the map in a default for a long time, then okay, you might think, all right, they've got an extra couple smokes, like we've got to push a little bit, but that's also where it became a lot easier for Navi to retake as they sat patiently and grabbed those frags.
Astralis looking to keep up the tempo, but change the target. Oh, Device catching Simple on the repeak. Problems in the bomb site. Still a couple defenders, but they don't need to push their luck. They don't need to press this issue, not at all. Bit dives flash, expecting some kind of a jump up. Alexi looks towards mid, catches a duel against Borup. Oh, but what goes around comes around.
Wow.
And Blame with the counter wall bang.
He said, I love that wall bang.
As Stare simultaneously gets aggressive. Dude, this is, I love this. The op contact A, the fallback mid-peak, and not just Borup on his own, but BlameF there, and Stare slides into the open space, just playing with Navi and forcing them to accept this reality that a hard reset of the economy looms.
Yeah, right now Astralis look great. They are doing everything correctly. Like you're saying, when you see them pull off 2 ideas in the same round with the default going, and it's not all in on this 1 peak towards long, and they find a good way to set up their opera all at the same time. It's not much more you can ask for from a T-side team. And to be honest, I think JL he's using similar spots sometimes in B-side. He's getting pulled away from the B-side in moments which are really great for Astralis. So I think he's having a lot of trouble over there, even though he's got a good amount of kills. He had his 1-2K sprayed out on the hole. And mechanically he's fine, but in terms of working the map, you got to give it up to Astralis.
Looking to clear them out. Bit holds on to Simple's op. And that's a hell of a responsibility, but pressure from both ends. Important save. Oh, he's hanging on, but Blame clears him because the last seconds of every round belong to BlameF.
Yes.
Oh, they traded shots.
Oh, it's crazy. I didn't even realize Simple got a second shot off.
Yeah, but...
You know, 8 times out of 10, you're allowed to take... 9 times out of 10, you're allowed to take that fight. Put a little spam down in the mid. You're the one who usually comes up roses. Can't get too upset about it, but a nice spray from BlameF. wrapping up this first half, and now Navi, no rifles, waiting for round 15.
Throwing the deagle up. Will he get an angle here?
He can, yeah.
Device with the advantage. Alexi, they see the two-man boost in the back, so Alexi goes down ramp. I like that. Nice little play when you're working with lesser weapons. Definitely caught Device off guard. And curiously, that's also bomb control. Not necessarily given to Navi, but definitely put in question.
Yeah.
Borup's nervous about having to go clear this, but he sees the CTs have fallen back. That's 3 confirmed on this bomb site, so Stare better be cautious if he pushes in. Simple's waiting for him. Buzz just looking to confirm numbers. That's still one over on A. Stare. Oh, goes for the wall bang, and then Simple's going to jump on him right then and there. This would be a perfect little round for Navi to at least add to the scoreboard. They have lost the half no matter what.
Whoa, where's that bomb going?
It's kind of floating around as Buzz and Blame pick up a kill. I mean, B-site could still be cleared out. It will be. Buzz, 3 and 11 at the start of this round, picks up 2 kills when Navi look to have robbed away the round. And with still spare time to plant with ease. Rotator gets denied. Blame F and Buzz go deep. A triple kill from Buzz when Astralis absolutely need it.
Yeah, that's a great round. Another one with patience. And they really started out the first part of this half playing slowly from beginning to end into calling a couple of good fast mid plays out of Blame F. Gotta love those. And now they're showing some express variation where it's like slow in the beginning, a little bit faster in the middle. I mean, they're putting good amounts of pressure across the map on different timings. And there's going to be something to be said about Blame F as an IGL who hasn't called for a long time. We don't know how much he's learned about the game and how much he's changed. And Borup, somebody who our last memories of him on Heroic were forgettable. He was like, okay, not entirely surprised that, that didn't work out in the end. But he's also been actively playing. He hasn't just disappeared. So, we can't think about players as people who don't evolve and think.
They are human after all. Yeah, some more than others. Ooh, Simple. Okay, gets one back at least. That head-to-head between him and Device was definitely tainted the way of Device. And the nade, nah, bad bounce. They pull back. See, again, no overcommitment. Why not? Buzz plays top middle. Now, this is when like that internal timing of Blame F can actually work out wonderfully, but they also don't fully peel back. Blame F gets Alexi, who just came off the angle. Crosshair placement was good until the half second before that peak. Ooh, this could unravel things. They've got the CTs corralled, and the right call here is move that bomb to A. Buzz plays the opposite side. He's got them locked in. You just have to beat Ime, who is honestly having a rough game. But he wins that duel. Adds a little layer of support over towards this other site. Final round of the half, so you know they're going to swing with it. Bomb plant secured. Bit goes to contest it, but it's great cover coming out of Blame. Simple's been spotted, and Blame F with a second headshot. Now Simple feels stuck in the open, and sure enough, Astralis with a nice A rotation and a hell of a first half.
I remember the very first goal I set for myself was that I want to be able to play football again. One of the greatest thing about becoming more healthy and acquiring the freedom over my body again is definitely the mental side of it. Like all these negative associated feelings, they would slowly but surely disappear. To a point today where I never really address it anymore. I don't have those feelings anymore, and I feel free, I feel happy, and I feel I have way more capacity to deal with more important stuff. I am very, very, very certain about the fact that any goals you may have in your life, one size doesn't fit all. It doesn't for me, it doesn't for you, it doesn't for anyone else. But I think there's certain parts of my story that everyone can relate to. I think people sometimes need to hear that it's okay to struggle, it's okay to fail, it's okay not to be able to reach your goal instantly. I always have new goals to achieve. I'm never done. Right now, I'm focused on training up for
Successful defaults and fast plays. So, hey, T side will be very interesting. You know, we'll get to see what style of CS Navi's going to bring. It's certainly going to be different than their last iteration, and they'll have more of a say in how they want to control the map.
I saw a lot of problem solving coming out of Astralis in the first 15. Something we'll praise as they look to pick up map 1. Presence inside of the caves. Dual Berettas at the front. Stair plays sight a little more passively. We've got no kit, but we do have a smoke and double flashes for Astralis. Exec util out. Berettas go running in, and Borup just guns down Ime. Alexi kills Device with the flames. Stair tries to peek and then falls back, so they'll have to play rotate and retake with that long play all the way through T-spawn from BlameF. You should know that he's going to take the longest road. But is it enough to slip in between the two players holding that back line? Simple and Bit have left an opening for BlameF to slide through. But remember, 10-second defuse. And he's just waiting and waiting. And Simple has rotated back over towards Cave, so now Bit, he is fully exposed on this flank, and he's looking at sight because the Cave players can't help. But by getting shot in the back, now he dives into the corner, and you'd think this sight control should just be enough. That defuse just not soon enough, unfortunately. Buzz gets cleared off the site, and it is Navi to hang on.
Okay, they made it in. It's a pretty solid exec overall, I think. You know, Molly Smoke lands in the right place. They find those trades. I think Blame's thinking, if someone taps the bomb, then I can activate my lurk. Comes out, misses the first few shots, but with 10 seconds to have to defuse. I mean, why is it so popular to come into these pistol rounds without kits? Would have actually had a chance there.
I, for one, always buy kit on pistol, dude. You know, you need that guy.
Whoa, what about these guys?
Yeah, BlameF's got his own ideas, and we're getting an example of it now.
I see. This is what happens when you change colors. This will probably be the least that a CT's ever walked across a map in a live round.
Mm-hmm. And BlameF
only
called
going
it.
backwards. Yeah. So slow they went backwards. And look at these poor suckers on Navi trying their hardest to clear out all these angles. With these big weapons. Ooh, so scary.
Ooh, look at me with my grenades.
You guys look like pansies right now.
Shout out Lauren Scott.
Shout out to Pansy.
They're still nervous.
They're calling all
still
these
scared.
strats, figuring out how to use their utility, working through their protocols, frumpy eyebrows. In some way, they did get played this round. You know, they tried too hard.
Bomb has been planted.
Losers.
As somebody who can't speak 2 languages, Launders,
I can speak French.
how daunting of a task does it seem?
한국말 할 수 있습니다.
What?
네?
Okay, I take it all back. Never mind.
Fine, you can just ask the question anyway.
I was going to say, how daunting of a task does it seem to have to, you know, be Bit in this situation? Because when you speak 2 languages like that, it's like you hear English, you need to comprehend the English, and to comprehend it, sometimes you have to translate it back into your native language, and then you answer the question in your native language within your mind, but then you have to translate your language.
Like, think about live
about the
translating
language,
a different
yeah.
language. Yeah, it's not easy. But the only difference is that, like, when you play, like, everyone plays FPL, you have a different lexicon just for CS. So that's the thing that makes it a little easier. Like, Patsy on Liquid, for example, he was talking about, like, oh, he thought himself he was going to have problems, but played enough, you know, international pugs, basically, that he already has the vocabulary for CS specifically.
That's a fair point.
So that's something at least.
Long angle to play with an A1S. They disassemble the boost before the nade comes out. All good. Let's see it, Alexi. What you cooking? Sometimes we can get some very elaborate rounds out of Alexi. fakes and rotates and whatnot, but with the limited amount of time he's had with this team, 1 week of preparation, what's it going to be? 3 outside of the site, 4th looking to come join them in the low HP JL, and just leaving Ime top mid. Oh, he gets caught. Buzz winning on the fading smoke, so full-blown exec out from A main. Nobody inside sight to actually stop this, but Astralis will favor themselves a fancy little retake. Waiting for the smoke to evaporate. We get the backside position taken up by Simple. Bit up in Temple, but only with the MAC-10. And nobody actually coming at him, so he's going to be looking for a duel that's simply not going to happen just yet. A first tap out of Borup. Simple activates from box. Now everybody's going to be looking for him, and it's Buzz to strike him down. Low health for JL, caught by Stare, who catches a double out of Temple.
Wow, they moved nice on that retake, man. The way they were coming in on all these angles, there was no easy fight for Navi to take. They did a really good job of covering each other. You got to appreciate that retake. It looked very practiced. Man, Astralis, they're striking gold right now. Feels like the chemistry is just on point, you know. And we know a lot of these teams, they took a real break and they got a small boot camp at the end. Some got to play more than others individually and more as a team. Almost everybody wishes they had more time for the significance of the, you know, changing an IGL and 2 players. That should be a massive undertaking, but Astralis look like they haven't skipped a beat.
Blames individuals not under question. Stare, 19 frags now, top fragging. Device getting in some impactful moments. And Blame just waits and peeks perfectly, but Simple's accuracy recovers in time. Device not working with the op now, just stuck in the side of Temple, but Bit comes through, not clearing, and with the last bullet, Ime gets dropped. A repeat.
No way, no
Device
way.
just straight up dual Simple through smoke, drops bomb,
just
and
never
puts
left.
Astralis on 12.
He just never left. He just never left. I don't know if they just cleared him properly. That's a whole different round. You know, he was probably the one who was scared.
With reason to be.
Oh man, nothing going right here.
But the first 2 players that he ends up taking his fight against are Bit and Ime, and both of those struggling in the kills.
Yeah.
Molly burns him in the corner. Bit doesn't full clear it. And Ime is still looking for that second contact. Then the repeat probably just frustrates Simple, getting caught off like that.
Counter-Strike's already a hard game, but you don't clear some angles, it'll make it harder unnecessarily. Bit of an unforced error there for Navi.
My, oh my.
Just going to say this a million times. I'm loving the Stare debut. He looks very composed.
Flame F. Racking up some easy ones. Alexi now picking up the M4, but caught out by the rotate. Bomb given over. Simple, nothing yet. Make that 13, folks. Ooh.
And unlike when we had Altex and Buzz playing at the same time, there was so much sort of like immaturity. You could see it. Like 2 players trying to put their best foot forward, but not knowing all the proper reactions, how to do things confidently, watching their demos. There's a lot of stepping in and stepping out of situations. Now it's kind of just Buzz, but like Stare actually has already a lot of experience. There's too many Europeans.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. But there's not actually a lot of them in the big picture. There's just a lot of them in Counter-Strike.
In Counter-Strike, yeah.
You know?
In our world.
America, there's a lot of people there.
That's true.
But, not clicking heads in Counter-Strike.
No.
Device with a chance at a snapshot.
Oh.
No.
Now this is a real test of reaction speed, you know? If you hit this, it's Guinness level. Come on.
No.
Still coming in for it, though.
Yeah, he wants it. And Alexi, he's let his guard down now. Goes for the util middle. Oh, Alexi, 2 kills. As Stare and Borup push ahead of the op. And Navi have found an opening middle
know.
because it's all just understaffed.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's dead, so...
But man advantage has not meant much. It's been taken away from Navi multiple times already.
True.
Notably in the first half. Why not have it happen as you look to hold off bomb sites? It's been equalized 2v2. Bit and JL need to synergize, communicate, get on the same page to take down Device and Buzz. Two guys who play pugs together regularly. That's where synergy should be high. I want to see it.
Oh, he's patrolling, and so is Bit.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Right between the eyes. And now Buzz, I mean, he has every right to go and try this 1v2. It's a fresh smoke, but I'll see. Looks like he's going to say no.
You see, it's everybody forgets they're questioning Bit's English, but they forget about his third language, and that's just headshots.
Yeah, and I guess in his role on T-sides, I mean, communication's important for all 5 players, of course, but he's not got too much very stressed out sort of fast communication in his role as a lurker. So if it takes him some more time to think, maybe they can afford that. So we'll see, but that might be a little bit too charitable. I don't really know. Everybody in Counter-Strike has to be able to play 4 or 5 roles in a round sometimes.
Sure. Well, I don't question Bit's work ethic. I think that's one thing when we saw him come into Navi, he had his notepad at all times.
That's true.
Like he's a student of the game, and I think that generally people with that skill set can apply it to things like learning languages. I've heard he's watching films in English. I heard he's text messaging in English. He's
That's good, yeah.
He's being forced to in that regard, as much as I'm sure he wants to. Bit's rookie debut was phenomenal. He knows what the highs feel like, and as a competitive person, he wants to get there as soon as possible, just like Ime wants to get towards mid, but gets denied by Blame F, who
He was kind of getting smoked.
Kind of getting owned.
He had a couple of really good rounds earlier in the first half, but long time since then.
6 and 17. Couple lost duels to the A4 where he hits the headshot, but the AK just bests him. And those will get your blood boiling. V4 Astralis for a 14th. Simple's hunting. Top mid peak could come through on a moment's notice. And now Bit's going to have to hold this off, but both corners occupied. Little bit of health here for Bit. He turns attention away. Stair peeks on that. And Alexi just waiting. Catches Borup, but not that second kill.
2 double pushes, and they still have 2 players inside B.
Stair slides along smoke into the cubby. And with JL preoccupied for the long peek, which doesn't go his way, now Stair can just move forward and kill Simple as if it's nobody's business.
Wow.
It's 14 to Astralis, total control of the round.
I mean, they're exerting their pressure and dominance across the map. Like, they're finding ways to get back into rounds. We see 2 different ideas on these double pushes where they have the opening kill, and then they have 2 sides of mid inside of window, ready to go, ready to retake mid a couple of times. I mean, they have a game plan, They have an idea for what they want out of the round before it starts. They want mid control. They're going to get it, and they have set ways of going to do so. Navi didn't really show that at all in the first half.
They wanted to go fast. It gets stuffed out by Molotovs for now. In our pregame interview, we had Alexi B saying that he thinks both these teams will be unprepared to play these maps and that he'll expect it to come down to XVX situations more frequently than not.
He said, like, fully prepared, yeah.
Yeah. Astralis,
Yeah, they look awesome.
Looking fluid. Little deagle contact, but nothing made possible. Borup just wants to pull back, and Simple's not going to let you get away. Simple trying to do his absolute damnedest to draw back this round.
I mean, mid control again.
Big pack of Navi players made it into cave.
Oh, and they made noise actually running around that side of, whoa, 2 bullets have left their guns this round, both Deagle shots.
Peek from Stair, nice spray control, but there's a player close. Smoke on ramp at the same time. Bomb gets dropped in cave. He goes back for more, and Simple's now all that's left over. This is going to take 4 Deagle kills out of Simple if they want to win it. His back's exposed to mid. He could grab that bomb and leave.
They know he's in cave, so they don't have to go much farther. Bomb is towards the site.
Time's limited.
You're going to need a little bit more than magic to win this one, but you know, it is simple, so let's see.
AK now. If he wins the fight towards ramp, he could plant on the opposite side of pillar. That would give him a safe post plant, but Buzz is getting ever closer the entire time. 5 seconds now. Not even a kill out of Simple with the gun. So
that a bullet?
15 to the Danes.
Man, another great mid-control again. We see it. Like, at least the philosophy is present here for Astralis. Like, they have an identity on this map, what they want to try to get out of it. And it's looking excellent so far. Of course, this is just sort of a save round for NAVI, but it's already map point here for Astralis. Showing us that they can pick into a map that should on paper actually be very nice for a NAVI, considering their roster moves, who's come onto the team, their former stature on the map, and yet look like they've had no issues looking like the dominant team. So
it's a spread out offense. They look to avoid losing Ancient. Borup just chilling in the corner. Riskiest position of all the CTs, and he's about to get his contact. Nice headshot coming out a bit. Good find for the 5v4. Little bits of utility here to work with. Who gets active next from Astralis? It's Device through Donut. Ooh, missed shot.
when he knows more is coming.
Ima's able to get top mid. Could go prying forward.
The fact that he doesn't fall away, man.
Feels like somebody's got to do something, and Device happy to pick up those reins. Ime's making sound, gets plucked off the play. Device with the repeak, pressured by Util. Now it's going to get real close, uncomfortably close, and he misses another chance, but he's still alive and kicking. And he kills Alexi as Blaine catches a frag elsewhere. Finally, he dies. Finally, the door's been reopened here for the T side, but now they have to push, pressing out through smoke, and into the site has gone simple. He's just looking to give cover to JL for the plant, and that counter-terrorist peels back to join his teammate from spawn. Buzz gets aggressive, peeks out, catches Simple, catches both, and closes map 1 to the favor of Astralis, not in a nail-biting fashion, but a blowout.